I never tell my child to fear green monsters, or bedbugs, or the Candyman, or any type of that nonsense. But I'll tell him to seek the truth and know that there's a power that's beyond us. I'll tell him never to worry, and relationships are meant to be private, not for Jeremy, Kyle, or Murray. And to always be himself, and for that, never to be sorry. I'll tell him that women are queens, the most precious things on the planet, and to always nurture his seed even if it didn't plant it. You see, my child will be the second coming of myself, so I'll teach him that health is way more important than wealth, and never be an idle man you should know how to put per shelf. Also, wash, iron, have some qualities of a chef. I'll never let my child aspire to Michael Kors, and from a young age she'll know that a Christmas smile is mine and a mother's doing, not no Santa Claus, and may she never depend on a man but understand that knowledge opens doors, and never be afraid to be herself, because even perfection has its flaws. Now, I'm not saying I make the best father. It's just that my mother always gave me the truth, so I'll give that to my youth so they can go farther than I ever could. And may they inherit all of me that is good. Now, I used to want my child to be like me. And although that would be the most amazing historical sight to see, I changed my mind because I know me. I know my issues, I know my vices, I know my problems, I know how my life is. Therefore, why would I want you to have a slice of this crisis? But saying that, I wouldn't mind you being slightly like me. I'm cool. Ish. I'm handsome. Ish. One thing's for sure, I am foolish and childish, and I got slight OCD, and I rub my eye like I'm 3, and I'm always thinking unrealistically. My mind still runs free. So in some ways, please be like me. If me and your mother ever lose what we found, I'm getting custody. But knowing this law, that's never gonna do. But I'll have you every other weekend, and I'll call you every day to make sure that we speak, and I'll be like, well, you need me because in school they don't give this type of teaching. Santa's not real. The Tooth Fairy, the Boogeyman, all his mates aren't real. But love is real. Honesty, loyalty, and trust are some principles that are real, and the only things worth living and dying for is things that you can feel. So open your mind. Be free, be lonely, be mean, be kind. Be joyful. And be sad. Be loud, be quiet, be good, be bad. See life the way you want to. Experience the world the way you want to. And feel free to explore, because there's nothing you can't do. Be smart enough to look stupid, and brave enough to fail, and don't ever ignore Cupid, because love will always prevail. See, I'll be trying to give you knowledge way before your first tooth, and I'll only ever give you the truth, or at least what I think it is, but if you grow and find it before I do, please show me what it really is. God forbid, but if you don't make it to your first heartbeat, I'll make sure there's a recording of this in heaven for angels to play to on repeat for the rest of eternity, and I vow to remember you in the days of my paternity. I'm scared to have you. I'm scared that your home for 9 months may not want you. I'm scared of you not being born perfect. Not flawlessly perfect, but my kind of perfect. As you can probably tell, I'm scared of you not being born, period. And if there's anything not normal about you, I pray it's not serious. Just use your alien-like fingers to hold on to mine. And in that moment, I remind you of my vow. Now vow to me that you never let me see you die. Please, my child. That was the word, hopeful. And I can only chalk that up to being that my child was about what I would have wanted my father to do. And seeing as there wasn't much space for hope when I was a kid, it would make sense that it would be quite militant and quite hard and structured. That's what my child really is. It's very structured, and it's these things that you should follow. And then there's obviously fear about it. Because of at that time, looking back, of course I would be shook of having a kid. Because I don't know what a kid should need, or how a kid should be treated. But now not in that space. And why would you want to bring negativity to something so beautiful? It doesn't actually even make any sense. In thinking about it, it doesn't make sense. And it's choosing, because there's, of course, there are fears and there are worries every single day, but you can't give in to that stuff, because then you get wrapped up in worrying and you spend your time on the internet looking at everything. It doesn't make any sense. Where in my child it was like a safety net that I gave myself, that if anything goes wrong, at least I've covered that aspect of it. But this time I don't even want to put any energy into that, because I don't want them brought into a world of or a space of fear. Fear doesn't exist in this moment of my life. It's just pure happiness. What a blessing this boy or girl is. I wonder what your message to the world is. There's no pressure. I still don't know my purpose. Plus, destinations aren't important. There's more pleasure in the journeys. This year I'm turning 27. Mum's 25. Both on learning all the lessons for you to live a better life, building discernment so we know which patterns to recognize, unearthing all the happenings that were once swept aside. And see, we're old enough to teach, but always young enough to learn. Your worth in this world, they will tell you is what you earn, but never chase the pennies. Do whatever your soul yearns. May your life be limitless like Master P. I don't know how this race of life finishes, but I'll train you to be the faster me, run wild and free, young child of glee. I'm inspired to sing and find your loving key, because you've ignited the highest of love in me. I can't wait for you to see the beauties of life. The stars that swipe through the sky, or the morning sun on the rise. I want to see your eyes when you realize that clouds move and cows moo, and for you to learn the rhythm of the laughter that surrounds you. I want to watch you love your mother as much as I do, and all the love I have, I will stuff it all inside you. For I was not taught how to play this position. No father figures all the years I've been living. No inherited presidents. I had to form my own opinions. I can't wait for us to start our own traditions. My mission switched from making it big to making it home. Your story is one of healing and harmony. The greatest love my soul has ever known. Now unto you we bestow the goodness from the marrow of our bones. And in return I am asking you for nothing. You have no shoes to fill or footsteps to follow. You are not the redemption of my sins or how to correct tomorrows. You are not your parents' past. You get to define yourself in a world that's so vast. Please go and find yourself. Now I pray the rest in heartbeat in this Moses basket is never in the now. Don't sail away from me, my child. No longer are there lonely magpies in my sights. Only joy and light fill my skies. I want you to feel this love that created life.